Welcome to QOTD, the game show that lets you be on the air. Use the links below to record your own video answer to our awesome daily questions, and you can be on the show, just like the people that you're going to see today, and qualify for the Thursday Big Show. Hi, JJ. Hi, Reed.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi, Trish.
Hi, Keith. Guess what? We got a brand new QOTD question today. It's number 106. Reed, tell us about it.
Yes, we want to know if you could know the answer to one unsolved mystery, what would it be? We all have those things that, plague us, things we want to know really badly. Some things we're okay not knowing, but we want to know what's pestering you, what's on your mind. What mysteries do you want to uncover?
Well, we've got a flurry of fan answers coming in already, but I wanted to highlight my favorite. So all the way from jolly old England, here's FIFA Bell's answer.
If you could know the answer to one unsolved mystery, what would it be? Well, I have to say, because I spend a lot of my time in Portugal and I'm British, it will be what happened to the disappearance of Madeleine McCann, the murder of Madeleine McCann, because that's gone on for a long time and we still don't know the answer. But yeah, that's what it would be.
Okay, so I know it seems like we're starting a little heavy first thing this morning, but I really like this one. Not as fun as like a Yeti sighting or something, but it's a human interest story. It's a true modern day unsolved mystery. This little girl disappeared from a very busy resort in Portugal back in 2008. And it's newsworthy still because just 2 days ago, they were searching this reservoir in Portugal, still looking for clues. She just vanished.
That is absolutely devastating. And I think you're right. It hits on why true crime is such a popular genre. We all want closure on things. And I think trying to solve these mysteries ourselves is just one way people go about it.
Yeah, this one really moves me. I have a bunch of kids and they're pretty grown now, but this is the thing that you worry about all the time, that something's going to happen to your kids, and it's so overwhelming. And so here we have this story. It's occurring, for us thousands of miles away, and it's some couple and, whatever, but it strikes like everyone's heart, who's ever had kids or had people that they really worry about. It's not about the mystery so much. It's just the personalization, this fear that you could lose someone who is just so important to you and who's your responsibility. I find this incredibly moving story, and the fact that they haven't found her it's devastating.
Yeah, and hearing all these details, it really makes sense why we're still looking for her even after all this time, because it's a very emotional, and I just cannot imagine what it must be like to be in this situation for the parents and for the rest of the family. But yeah, no, it's a lot. Well, next we have an incredible answer from Tabitha on a little bit of a switch of pace, a little bit of a switch of tone. Let's look at her answer.
Okay, I think mine would have to be whether or not aliens are real. Like, did Roswell happen? Is there an Area 51? Has the FBI or the government been housing, spaceships and aliens for years? I think it's at the forefront of my head because there's been sightings and whistleblowers and stuff in the media lately. So I want to know if it's real, if it's legit. Yeah, I think if I could find that out, that'd be pretty cool. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's the classic unsolved mystery of whether or not aliens exist. And I feel like recently we have delved further into this topic because there's been stuff coming out from the government and the FBI about what the existence of UFOs. But I also just think logistically, there's got to be aliens out there. The universe is so big that it just feels statistically impossible that we are the only planet with life on it. It's a good question.
Yeah. Tabitha, you are not alone. This was one of our most popular fan responses to the question. Everybody wants to know about aliens. You've all got questions. We've got no answers, but
Every now and then we'll get a little flag from the government or some kind of inkling of an answer, and then it's silence, which is what leads me to believe they are 100% real, and maybe they walk among us.
Right. The government knows about it, right? But here's what I think is really going on, is that they're starting to let out these drips and drabs of information, trying to get us used to the idea that there are aliens among us, as you're saying, and that soon they're just going to come out and say it, right? You know, the president's going to say, well, listen, guys, sorry to pull the wool over your eyes for such a long time, but yeah, aliens. I think that the time is short. Now, you guys know I was a physics major, but there's problems with speed of light and time and the vast distances of space, but I don't think that you can ignore the probability of a government conspiracy, them being so frequent. Well, speaking of government conspiracies, here is another question that I think speaks to the same theme in a musical kind of way. Crystal, tell us about it.
I would want to know who let them dogs out, because I still, till this day, don't know who let them dogs out. Do y'all know who let them dogs out? Because I'm still a bit perplexed.
Yeah, now that's a head scratcher, right? Who did let the dogs out? You know, it brings to mind another important question. Why do fools fall in love, right? And then who put the bomb in the bomb shabop shabop? There's so many important questions that pop music poses for us. I don't know, what do you guys think?
No, I agree. I mean, these are all questions that have literally plagued generations. They have been at the forefront of philosophical thinking, but for some reason, we just still don't have an answer to any of them. I personally have a theory about who let the dogs out, and I think it's since the song came out in 2000, it was President Bill Clinton. Just think about it.
That's
He let the dogs out. He let the dogs in. I don't know. Hey, JJ, did you know that back in the day, you used to be able to ask Siri, hey, Siri, who let the dogs out? And she would actually answer, who. But Apple cut that out because they were worried that it was just becoming, what's the word I'm looking for? No longer relevant, because today's teenagers weren't even born in 2000 when the song first came out.
Trish, I don't even have anything to reply back with. That just made me so sad. I feel so old. But even the Baja men don't know who let the dogs out. I think it's just going to be something that we have to say, okay, it's above our collective pay grade. Well, we got another question coming in from London, but not the place, the person.
Well, this might be like a more untraditional answer. I'm not really into true crime or anything like that, but I would love to know, what is the meaning of life? Why are we here? What is this all for? What's the purpose? That is the unsolved mystery I'm most interested in.
I don't have that many questions, but just the one ultimate question that drives everybody. But that is the one question that motivates us, I believe, in everything we do. But because humans will never be able to come to an agreement on it, we will never know. And maybe that's for the better. What do you guys think?
Well, I was a philosophy major, and I've given this question quite a bit of thought, and I have a very depressing answer. It's just simply to eat, procreate, and die. I'm sorry. Is that taken like the wind out of everybody's morning sail? I think if you look at the evidence, that's what people seem to be doing a lot of.
Well, for a single girl who's always dieting, that's really depressing.
Yeah.
If you can't eat, then you only got two things left to do.
Well, hey, then maybe the real thing is that since those are our ultimate life purposes, then we can, in the meantime, fill in the blanks and find our own personal purpose and meaning in life.
Yes, exactly.
Thank you, JJ.
Yeah. I think it's one of those unsolved mysteries that's designed to be unsolved. Because look, if you figure out the meaning of life, you fulfill that purpose, it's game over. You got to just keep going on and keep trying, right?
Wow, that was very enlightening. So I feel like today we've kind of run the gamut of mystery, from true crime to philosophical to science-y to just, the most hard-hitting of questions, who let the dogs out. But I'm curious to hear from us, because I predict that we have some really great unsolved mysteries ourselves. So yeah, what do people think? What are the questions that plague you guys?
Well, I've already been very public about this, so I'll just say it again. Trish and I worked on a video game called The Dino Hunters that possibly predates you, or maybe you played it, but it just says it all, right? It's like, are there aliens? Are they here? What role did they play in shaping human civilization? Did they invent beer? Did they build the pyramids? What about Stonehenge? It's all right there. So I'm going to go down with, aliens, because why are we here? It's because the aliens put us here. I think that's really the whole thing. But yeah, that's what I say.
Interesting.
Yes.
Well,
Trish, you tell us.
I'm going to take to the high seas. I don't like that outer space stuff. You know that. So I'm going to go all the way back to I think it was 1790s, the Mary Celeste. Very fancy ship for its day. Had an upright piano, had a working sewing machine, had 7 people on board, including a 2-year-old. The ship was found, perfect shape, 6 months supply of food and all their stuff. The only thing missing were all the people. So piracy wasn't a thing. Nothing was stolen. No, I don't want to say engine problems because I'm not sure what motivated this ship, but it was in perfect condition.
Yeah.
But everybody vanished.
Yeah, people don't just walk away from an upright piano, Trish.
I'm more for the 6-month food supplies, but.
Oh, that's a good mystery. I think we're doing pretty well so far. I have 2 questions that are plaguing me basically equally. Also, Stonehenge is a good one. But the first one is what happens inside of black holes, because we all know these huge, massive objects in the universe that are just sinkholes of gravity. Nothing can escape a black hole's reach. And yet we don't know what happens when you fall into one. All laws of physics break down. Nothing can survive a fall into a black hole. So if we could know the answer to that, it would just blow the world up, I think. And then the other one is the mystery about the Roanoke colony in 1590. Basically, it was the first English settlement in America, and a ship came in to check on the colony. Everyone was gone. Infrastructure was fine. 100 people, over 100 people disappeared without a trace. Where'd they go?
So let me ask a serious question. I was going to ask a funny question, but let me ask a serious question, JJ. Why do we care? I mean, pretty much talking about all these mysteries, right? When you're talking about aliens and ghosts, we're talking about where do you go when you die, right? That's important to all of us. Or what is the meaning of life, right? Aliens, angels, whatever, they give the meaning of that. But when we talk about these true crime mysteries like Roanoke, that's the way that I see that one. It's we care so intensely about that, but what is it about it that you find so appealing? I'm not being critical. I'm just trying to get to the heart of why we love Unsolved Mysteries.
I have yeah.
To the phone.
I think
what is wrong with you?
Yeah, geez. First of all, and second of all, let me answer for JJ and say that it's an important part of the puzzle piece of history that we're trying to connect things together. And I think my unsolved mystery was going to be the Malaysian Airlines flight. I think the idea that people could be missing in this perfect chunk in a way that nobody's there were no survivors. It's I gotta know what happened.
Yeah, it could happen to you.
Exactly. And I think that's why, again, true crime is just as popular as it is. It's also we're trying to figure out, how did this happen to this person and how do I avoid it in the future? But can't really avoid anything about getting on a flight. We all got to do it at some point. But
yeah, it's the eternal need for humans to find answers, solve puzzles. It's the reason why puzzles are so popular. Riddles, puzzles. We gotta organize things. We gotta get it together. We gotta get it solved. So
yeah, okay, Keith.
Yeah. So
I have been responded to in a very forceful way.
Mic drop.
I like a good mystery. I really do. And I agree with you. I think that we're hardwired to solve problems, solve mysteries, find patterns. And when things disrupt that pattern, it hits us on a obsessive compulsive level, right? We got to go and fix the mystery. And it's someday somebody's going to say, oh yeah, it was aliens, And then it's okay, now I get that fits into my current understanding of the universe. But without that, we are forced to ponder this whole thing until we come to a resolution. And I guess it's sort of how we come up with a better and better, more accurate picture of the universe. Maybe it's what's made us so successful as a species. So, right up there with our candy. It's like things that are hardwired into us that make us better and stronger.
Oh, I couldn't have said it better myself. Well, everyone, if you have an unsolved mystery that you are desperate to find the answer to, we would love to hear about it. You can record your own answer to today's question or any of this week's other questions at beyondtheair.com. Just click the orange record button under the 24/7 live game stream, and make sure you subscribe to us on YouTube to get notified about new daily questions every single day.
Well, thank you everyone for joining us. Special thank you to our subscribers and to everyone who has watched, voted, and recorded so far this week. Remember, the top voted answers make it on the air on our Thursday big show. So make sure that you record and vote at beyondtheair.com for your chance to join us.
So A, subscribe, and then B, while you're over there on beyondtheair.com, play the guess and bid game. That's where you send stars to the videos that you think are the best. And then as they climb the leaderboard, so do you. And you can show up right here in our daily recap show, like these folks. It's another way of getting on the air with one less click, I suppose.
One thing that is not a mystery is that we are QOTD and Be on the Air, signing off, and we'll see you on TV.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Do, 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 do.